Good afternoon to the JFK Coliseum for this afternoon's game. Starting lineups for the visiting team, Concord. On the fence, number 7, Braden Borland. On the fence, number 19, Cam Shannon. Left wing, number 20, Trevor Green. Left wing, number 8, Cam Ward. At center, number 23, Cam O'Leary. And in the wall, number 30, Lucas Smith. For the home team, Trinity. On the fence, number 9, Brady Seros. On the fence, number 22, Colin O'Connor. Left wing, number 10, Connor Hurley. Right wing, number 18, Ben Savannah. At center, number 28, Max Foley. In goal, number 30, Joe Ronzello. Refereeing this afternoon's game, Mr. Dana LaVoy and Mr. Anthony Tebow.
Hello again, everybody. High above the ice here at the JFK Memorial Coliseum on Manchester Public Television's Channel 16. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Levy. It's a pleasure to bring you coverage of NHIAA Division I boys hockey. It is the red-hot Concord Crimson Tide and the red-hot Trinity Pioneers facing off in a marquee Division I matchup here on this Wednesday afternoon. Starting goalies, the Concord Crimson Tide start their backup junior Lucas Meyer. We saw Carter Hayes, who has been tearing it up. Their freshman is not starting tonight. They'll start Meyer, and as always, the Pios start the ever so reliable Joe Ronzello between the pipes. Kyle, great to be back here at JFK.
Certainly is a special day here at the J, and we're excited to be here to see this matchup as both teams are kind of doing pretty well in the standings. Trinity with a 4-3 record, while Concord is sitting at the top with only 1 loss, 9 wins is a big spot right here. And these two teams, I don't think they face each other in the Christmas tournament, which Concord ended up winning.
Yeah, that was a great battle. The game is on, and here we go. And I like this angle we were at today. Rich and Concord had decided to take up top, but I like being pretty close. But it goes to show how fast-paced these two teams are. They've got some real quick skaters. As here comes Chandler Riviere, their captain, or actually not one of their captains, but their starting first-line center, pedals the puck into the corner, and Connor Hurley moves it away. Moved up the left wing and chopped up the boards, and will get recovered there by Tyler Fennelly. Anson Tebow and Dana Laveau are the officials for this afternoon's game. Taking that one away. Sending that down was couldn't see who that was.
They're moving fast,
they are
for
moving
sure.
quick.
As I'm, doing my best on the camera here to make sure that we see everything. But it's back and forth action, and centering feed right there from Concord, but no one was there. But now they still have the puck, and they're definitely very deadly when it comes to the offensive zone.
Shot that gets sent wide there by Tyler Fennelly, one of their captains, and that turned away by the stick of Joe Ronzello in net. Here's a puck that's deflected and goes away from the net. Anthony Ronzello will send it away, and we have no icing.
Line change here for the defense of Trinity, so hopefully they can get some fresh legs, and it would have been an offsides here. So Trinity has a chance here to get something squared away, as Trinity on a 2-game losing streak, having a tough one last week on the hands of the Hanover Bears, a 5-0 defeat. But
that's the only team Concord has lost to as well, Kyle.
And the thing about Concord is they let up 5 goals that game too, so both teams know it.
And that squeaks away. But yes, Hanover, another top team in Division I. Hopefully we get to cover Manchester team playing one of those two teams here. Here's Centurino will send it away, or I have an outdated roster. Hopefully we can get it fixed, but I have the one from the Christmas tournament. But is that, oh, perfect. Here comes Jaden Haas. He gets tripped up, will have a penalty, as Wasieko is number 2. And I had this roster And you know how it is with papers, Kyle. Things just disappear.
Oh, absolutely. I was calling the wrong Central squad last night in the boys' game. I was somehow had printed out the wrong year, so now to have the right rosters tonight, I feel way more confident, and we'll see if Trinity can find confidence here with the penalty kill.
Pat Maher gets a penalty. Not good for Trinity as this game begins pretty much with them on the penalty kills. That gets sent there by Cam Roy. Sends this back up top to Nolan Walsh. Fed over. Here's a shot. Blocked. Oh, he had an open chance there was Nolan Walsh. And here comes Hurley with a shorthanded opportunity. Beautiful feed and a save there by Meyer.
Well, Duncan Walsh, head coach of Concord, can't be pleased with that, as giving up a great chance for Trinity, but you got to be happy with your goaltender making that save.
LaRiviere from behind the net. Back up top. Open chance from the dot. Back to the slot. Shot high off the glass. Redirect. Concord can't get a shot there. Held behind the net. Sent back out to Nolan Walsh. Walsh feeds this over. Kicked out. They keep it in. Nice chance. LaRiviere's shot goes wide and will roll its way down, and Meyer will get toward it. Ends up being played by Cam Chandonnet.
That's tough, Zach. A shot goes 200 feet the opposite direction, and you allow your competitor to get a change.
That's moved over to LaRiviere. Back toward the blue line. Here's a shot blocked, directed wide. LaRiviere there. Ronzello checks him. 35 seconds left. That's out of the reach of Walsh, who plays it into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Tyler Morin. Morin, backhand, feeds it to LaRiviere. Here's Morin from the corner to the blue line. An open chance and a great block. I believe that was 27 Anthony Ronzello who blocked that. Big block for the Pioneers, and then that gets chopped and broken up by Dylan Benkin. So Trinity having a good PK so far. They got 6 more seconds to kill. LaRiviere feeds this down low. Chopped out, loose puck. Ronzello with the clear, and one heck of a kill from Trinity.
That is a big win for Coach Cannell to know that your team can give up penalties and kill off against a red-hot Crimson Tide team. We'll see what happens further on in this game, though.
Moved up the wing. They still got defense to play. Ronzello hugs the post as the puck is moved in by Jaden Haas. The puck is loose, and a attempted shot turned away. Second chance. They score. It's Jaden Haas on the second chance, and the Crimson Tide get on the board with basically 5 minutes into the period.
Yeah, right after you had killed the penalty and to give up a goal. I mean, that puck was just bouncing right there, and it just eventually got past Ronzello, and Tide now leading it 1-0.
Well, they had all of the offensive momentum, but you thought maybe Trinity could turn it around after that penalty kill. Just a second chance. Good hockey IQ there from Jaden Haas. They're on their third wing. I don't see, no, they have Michael Berry on the third pairing, but that is one of the tallest kids I've ever seen, so you look out for number 6 on Concord.
6'8", 175 pounds, junior. It's
Good
ridiculous.
Feed, but the puck is swatted away. It's kept in. The shot gets blocked and turned away. Here is Mason Wasiako into the neutral zone. A good spin around there by Braden Beauregard. So Royce sends this over to Lebelzik. Bryson Lebelzik is back, Kyle, and here he comes with the puck on his stick.
Yeah, he's been back for a couple games now, and looking to make something happen. His brother will be here on the telecast in just a little bit as well.
Good feed, broken up. Another chance, shot, saved by Ronzello. Curley. That was off of Max Bolio. No icing. Bolio tried to set something up, but only a defender wearing crimson there. Here's a good feed. And a hit there. And the puck slides towards the glove side of Ronzello and back up to the blue line. Fed back out. Here's a shot that is turned away by the body of Max Soludo and will go out of play.
Yeah, he certainly felt that. It hit just above the ankle area. And yes, there's some padding right there from your skates, but that still does not feel nice, but he seems to be handling it pretty well. And now with 8:40 to go, a face-off again in the offensive zone for Concord.
Dumped out by Pat Maher. Slid up the wing. They tried to turn it around. Bolio. That comes off of the stick of Saludo. Around the boards to big Michael Berry. I think an ice monster ate him up here. Chandler Riviere walks in and he scores. That was almost too easy for Chandler Riviere, and it's 2-0 Concord.
The speed of the Crimson Tide is hurting Trinity so far. You saw how they got back and forth down the ice so quickly, and now the Tide with a 2-0 advantage, and we're not even halfway through this opening period here, Zach.
8:17 left in the first, and Concord with all of the advantage here. Off the draw, it's sent over to Ronzello, and then slides in the neutral zone, and it is sent away by Pat Maher. I think Meyer maybe has 2 shots on him. And a big hit there from Anthony Ronzello. And here's a chance for Trinity. Shot that gets tipped around and will get picked up by Anthony Ronzello. Ronzello cuts, throws it behind the net. Michael Berry there for Concord. Pestering him was Chris Centorino. Here's a shot that's blocked. Trinity with the longest time on attack they've had so far. Not a lot of shots. 2-0 Concord early in the first period.
Yeah, we're now halfway through, and Trinity, this is obviously a big spot for them, but now coming the other way with speed again.
Racing up the wing there was Cam Chandonnet. Ronzello will send it back out to Benkin, who finds Ronzello and stick handles, and a good check there by Austin Prue.
Open ice, pair of 18s just going at each other.
Here comes Jaden Haas, who scored earlier. Jaden Haas, Chandler Riviere, the goal scorers. That puck is sent high above the net of Joe Ronzello. Haas, change of direction, holds the puck behind the net. Haas with the puck on his forehand, throws it back to the blue line, takes a wrist shot, and it's blocked. Off the glass, gloved and sent down there by Concord. Good work there by Finn Grafforer to do that. Puck bounces over the stick of Braden Beauregard, who will send this high off the blocker of Ronzello. Hurley, here's a drive from Concord that is directed back out to the center ice here as Concord holds the puck again. Finn Grafforer, Braden Beauregard. Here's a chance now, another one for Concord. Change of direction there for Nolan Walsh. Good feed, shot, save Ronzello. Rebound, Concord holds it again. Up off the glass. In stride, Beauregard chops it over for Walsh. Walsh feeds this, back. Fennelly, outstretched there for Grafforer. And then out of reach for Tyler Morin, but he will take possession, throw it toward the net. Bolio clap it down the ice. Icing will come. 5:49 left in the first. 2-0 Concord with an early lead here in the first period.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Concord's coach in Duncan Walsh before the game, and he was saying that this is his second favorite rink to play in the state of New Hampshire behind Everett Arena, and both those arenas are very much the same, the way that they were built and the way that they're designed. So
both old rinks.
Very old for sure, as with the JFK 1960 was a long time ago.
Yes. Stoppage of play, I believe, will have a penalty.
And it looks like Trinity is going to go on the power play as heading towards the bench.
Yep. They'll call Chandler Riviere on a cross check. So an early chance here for the Pioneers to get something going their way offensively, as they will have a power play.
This could be a big spot if Trinity is able to capitalize, cut it down to a 1-goal deficit. But you always want to get at least a great power play to make your team kind of come together and know that you can do something.
Fennelly will throw it out, and Connor Hurley will take it along the right wing. Throwing it behind the net in favor of Chris Centorino. Max Bolio with the forehand looking to get around. Throwing it behind the net. A little physicality toward the puck, and a big hit there. Behind the net, Centorino. Oh, and Bolio was there, and he couldn't get a stick on it. And the Tide will have a shorthanded chance. It's dropped back, and then Benkin will move it up for Bolio. Up stride for Centorino. Great pass, and they now. A beautiful feed, and it's 2-1.
Unbelievable right there. A pass that didn't think they was going to make it, and he was able to just put that right in the net. And now, like you said, just a few seconds in to the power play, and Trinity able to do that, and now game just 2-1.
Both these teams taking good advantage of no-look passes and having trust in their teammates to be at the right place at the right time. So the Pioneers, with a much-needed power play goal, cut Concord's lead in half, but Concord and their momentum is going to look to take it right back as Jaden Haas sends the puck into the zone and now is scooped up by Max Saludo. Will send it down, no icing. Trinity could use a Concord turnover here to tie this game back up. Here's a backhander that gets blocked there, a shot from Wasieko. Good work there by Andrew Lewis. I call him Andy. And that will be offside if they were to touch it, and the Trinity Pioneers will send the puck up ice. Wasieko shot that off of Andy Lewis. It's moved up to Wasieko, trying to throw it out. Held behind the net by Cam Chandonnet. He finds Braden Beauregard, his defensive line partner. Moved up ice to Jaden Haas. Haas has been playing really well and has a chance to do it again. Him and Jack DeFreitas hit the ice there. They both could not stay balanced. Wasieko pesters for possession of the puck. And it'll be Jack DeFreitas who gets collided into the near side corner of us by Tyler Fennelly, one of their captains. Behind the net, Jack Grifforer. Back to Michael Berry. Berry down low. Nice. Deke. Berry wristed. Blocked. Another chance. Save. Ronzel. Puck loose. And it flies just above the net. Oh, tough break there for Concord. Lucky break for Trinity. Long chance here. Shot goes wide. Sent chipped. Kept in by Big Berry. And will go behind the Trinity net. And another chance for them to try to facilitate, get the puck out of their zone. Ronzello couldn't clear it. It's tipped and goes just wide with a Concord body out in front.
These are some tired Pioneers out here right now, Zach.
Yes, it is. Berry, wrist shot, blocked. Something's got to happen for Trinity to get the puck out of their defensive zone. Here's a shot that's whiffed there from Concord, and that is blocked. Can they clear it? They can.
And it'll be an icing, though.
They'll take it, whatever they can get to stop this, stop the clock from going and get a change here. Zach Johnston, Kyle Levy on Manchester Public Television. After 2 straight early goals for the Crimson Tide, a power play goal from Trinity's Max Bolio cuts the lead in half. It is Crimson Tide 2, Pioneers 1 with a face-off coming inside the Trinity zone. And
Coach Cannell had a few words to say to Max Saludo for his next shift. Obviously, they need a little bit more time than normal to get some air in their lungs. And now we'll see if Trinity is able to do anything here.
Here is Connor Hurley. And, tough offside calls. He got a nice shot on Meyer.
Max Bolio had just taken a few inches into the zone.
But a good call. Those are some really close. Those when you know that the offsides are being called right is when those are being called, Kyle.
Now face-off comes.
Face-off chipped out, sent into the Crimson Tide zone. Parker Lamb, change of direction, moves this over to Fennelly. Good pass. That's off the body of Bolio. Dumped down. Trinity trying to hand Concord their second loss of the year. Would be an upset for them, but Trinity in the top half of the Division I boys hockey standings. They are hot with a little bit of a rough patch, but they've played some good competition. Last time, at least I was here, they completed their upset, or not their upset, their comeback win over Bedford.
That was still a miraculous game, and now they're already down 2. See if they can
complete another comeback. Yeah,
it'd be nice to see for sure. But again, that win was huge, and now it's some tough breaks here against some quality teams.
This team plays well under pressure, as we saw the pressure really raise in that third period of the Bedford game. And you know how that all started, Kyle, was a Max Bolio power play goal.
It's kind of weird that 2 weeks later we're kind of wondering if it's going to be the same thing.
And it's earlier. It's just the first period. So, You know, hockey's a 3-period game. You can't win the game in the first or second period. So
Well, either
both
way,
these teams, we know that Concord is very good and Trinity battle. So we'll see a competitive game till the last whistle. 2-on-1. Here come the Tide. Lewis on the back check, and the shot is wide. The puck finds onto the stick of Cam Chandonnet. Wow. That's good reflexes there from Ronzello, because from my view, I thought that was going to miss the net. And I look down, look back up, and it's in the glove of Big Joe. So just over a minute left to play here in this period. It's 106, 2-1 Concord over Trinity. Face off inside the Pioneer zone. Off the draw, they gotta get it away from the danger zone here, and it's chipped out. Good work by Trinity. Centurino did a good job of getting it out. Saludo with a pass that is tried to go to Ronzello, and there to break that up was Braden Beauregard, who cuts and moves this over to Cam Chandonnet, his line mate. Moved up to Jaden Haas along the right wing, and the puck finds its way to stay inside the Concord defensive zone. Just over 30 seconds left now in the period. Got to win the race to the puck if you're DeFreitas, and he does. Officially under 30. Ronzello along the right wing. Ronzello connects with Santorino. Good move by Ronzello.
just could not get the centering feed right there. Just kind of lost his balance.
Tip shot, and it's off the pad of Mayer. Oh, here's a late opportunity coming for Concord. Wrist shot, save, rebound. Oh, and LaRiviere just missed the puck. 3 more seconds. LaRiviere from behind the net. Good feed, whiffed, just off. Tyler Fennelly nearly had it, and you can tell from his reaction. So, good pressure put on at the end of that period by Concord. Still 2-1, thanks to Max Bolio's power play goal. We'll take a quick break for the first intermission. Zach Johnson, Kyle Levy will be back here on Channel 16 for period number 2. Stick around. And we're back, ready to roll here for period number 2 at JFK. Trinity trails the Crimson Tide of Concord 2-1, but they got on the board thanks to Max Bolio's power play goal. Once again, welcome back. Kyle Levy, I'm Zach Johnston here on Channel 16 of Manchester Public Television. Coverage of NHIAA Division I boys hockey. And Kyle, that was a lot of Concord offense. How important was that Bolio goal?
13 shots on net for Concord on 15 shots. So a very busy first period there, and Joe Ronzello giving up 2, but it could have been way worse, Zach.
I think busy is a great way to describe that first period. As 7 seconds in, a frozen puck from Ronzello will have a face-off. Talked to Rich McDonough, who's doing the game for Concord over there. He mentioned that Joe better stay healthy. As we mentioned before, they got just one goalie, and it's him, and he's played superb as their starting netminder this year.
I'm curious what would happen, Zach, if it would be 6-on-5 for the rest of the game, if they were to get injured.
I'd certainly hope
obviously,
not.
We don't want to knock on wood that nothing happens there with him, but
I'm sure they've planned for that kind of contingency, but they plan to keep everybody dressed as skaters, and they must have some sort of e-bug. Here's a good feed, a wrist shot that is directed wide.
Trinity, who had 5 shots on net on, 6 shots, 5 saves for Concord, and they are going to try to get some offense here. It's been a week since they played. This game on Saturday versus Salem. Salem was dealing with an illness in their locker room, so the game got postponed. So no excuse for Trinity to not have some fresh legs here.
Here's Chad LaRiviere, who scored earlier in this game. He scored their second goal. Cuts in on Ronzello, and he makes a beautiful pad save. Here's Bolio. Wrist shot gloved by Lucas Mayer, and will freeze it right as he drops it. So a little bit of a delayed whistle there from the refs, but
yeah, kind of weird. There's no Pioneer around at all, and he just held on to it. And now for the Pioneers, if they can win this faceoff, there's a quality chance to tie this game up.
Yeah, it seems easier said than done sometimes for goalies. They just want to be safe with the puck, but if you can limit defensive zone faceoffs, get that puck out of there. And that one is moved across ice, and the Tide will try and clear the puck out of their zone. And it's Ronzello there for Trinity, but the puck ends up inside their defensive zone anyway. He'll move it over. Colt Laurent will dump it, and just not enough.
Yeah, he was behind the red line, unfortunately,
yes.
And that means an icing, as he was not trying to find a teammate at all. He was just trying to dump it into the zone, and now back the other way. So Trinity has been pretty good on the face-off so far, but they obviously need to win this one, and unfortunately Concord does.
Drop back, kept onside, shot blocked. Ronzello able to hold his own there. It never even went to him, but, you know, we talked to Bells about this, Kyle, and how good he is position-wise, Ronzello.
It really is impressive what he's been able to do, and to know he's got 3 quality years of being a starting goaltender.
Yep.
Health-wise, you know, as long as no one comes up and out of nowhere. But you think that he would definitely has the experience will be there for some time.
Here's a blocked puck, and then, you know, number 9, apologies, let me get that. Nolan Walsh would have had a breakaway if he didn't lose his stick, but sometimes it happens in hockey. Life comes at you fast when you got the skates on, I can tell you that.
It certainly does, and line change for Concord, and now we'll get another icing for the Pioneers with 12:32 remaining.
It's not hockey on MPTV if we don't have 100 icings, Kyle. But
that's true.
We're going to get used to it. I mean, what with the girls game we did last week and the Manchester Goffstown game we did as well was just so many icings. We'll have a face-off inside the Trinity defensive zone. It's won by the Pios and sent out there by Colt LaRoe. A good cut there by Haas. The puck gets blocked at the feet of LaRoe, as I may have mistaken him for Max Saluto earlier, but I don't know, their names aren't similar, but they're similarly unique where I have never seen someone with that last name. Here's an odd man rush for Concord, a shot, and a wrist shot that goes a mile above the crossbar and hits the glass.
Austin Pruill with a heck of a quality chance there, just was not able to do it, and for a freshman, he's looking very strong for this Crimson Tide squad.
Yep. Prue scored in their win against BG that I covered for Concord TV. That was such a fun game to watch. It felt weird calling another team like their primary announcer, but it was a fun game to cover. Haas threw it out and couldn't connect with Austin Prue. I had a good little call when Prue scored. I said, "Prue, how do you do?" And it was it was nice to be able to do that. And that gets chipped, and now it's out for Bolio with the puck on his stick. Bolio had it taken away. Tyler Fennelly, he's a hard man to get the puck around. Tyler Fennelly, that goes off of Brady Soroyce. That one's got a sting. And the puck, whoa, what happened there? That hit a weird little divot in the glass and then went a mile high. I would have not liked to be the camera guy kind of follow that puck.
I had no chance, Zach.
No, I don't blame you.
chance.
If I can't see it, I mean, there's no way you can get the shot on it.
Just had to wonder where it was going to land.
That puck gets sent out there by Parker Lamb, freshman defenseman. Soroyce off of the boards, out for Ben Siskavich. Collected there by Bolio. And moved into the Trinity zone. Ronzello wants an icing. He won't get it. As that was good work by Trevor Craig, who throws the defender right off of him. Trevor Craig from behind the net. And a good feed to the slot. But instead, nobody able to touch it. And it goes 200 feet to Lucas Mayer.
Yeah, I don't think he was meaning to pass it to his goalie, but
no,
it worked.
You don't normally pass it to your goalie. Here's Ronzello from behind the net. Feeds this down low, and shot goes just wide. There from Centurino.
Great vision, just Centurino could not get the...
Agreed. Moved out, cutting that around is Walsh. Shot goes wide for LaRiviere. Moved up off of the skate of Ronzello. A little collision, and the puck sauces behind the net of Mayer. Kept in by Trinity by Benkin. And now Ronzello will charge into the corner with Michael Berry right in front of him. And, man, that height difference is not fair. It's like Judge and Altuve over there.
It very much is very similar.
Odd man rush. Here come the Tide. Shot, pass, turned away by Jack DeFreitas. He has been great on defense this year. Oh, no, he went through the 5-hole. And Nolan Walsh makes it 3-1. Oh, man. Ronzello doesn't give those up too often. He coughs up a 5-hole goal, and Nolan Walsh makes it 3-1 Tide.
Pretty sure he was screened on that, Zach, as Michael Berry was right there in front of the net, and just not what they're hoping to get was now a 2-goal deficit for the Pioneers, but with 9:14 to go, still plenty of time. Just they have not scored on a 5-on-5 just yet.
You know, Michael Berry won't get, statistical credit for that goal, but if he really was screening him there, I mean, when you have a giant in front of you, it's hard to see, especially as a goalie. Here is Rowan Arndt. Moves this over into center, and it ends up back toward the left wing. That will have a tumble and then slide towards Mayer, who will feed this back over toward his teammate. Moved that to Cam Chandonnet, a collision there. Concord looking to keep it moving. Arndt sends that in, and it is Andrew Lewis. Feeds this off the boards. Shot, good block there by Pat Maher, and that puck goes out of play. 3-1 Concord. Their goals have been scored by Jaden Haas, Chad LaRiviere, and that last one, Nolan Walsh, found the 5-hole.
Both teams with line changes here as Concord presently has 6 players on, but now he's finally getting off the ice is Jaden Haas, who's really impressive. I can't believe his speed, Zach.
He is a quick-moving guy. Good little poke check there from Max Bolio, but Chad LaRiviere keeps the puck in. Chad threw that off of the stick of Callum O'Connor of Trinity. Held behind the net. Waiting, sending it. LaRiviere toward his backhand. Cross pass, feed over, broken up, kept onside by Parker Lamb. Now the teams collide for the puck, and they wait to try to set something up. The puck hits the ice. Bolio trying to knock it away, and it tumbles inside toward the neutral zone and onto the stick of Max Bolio. Now Hurley has it. Hurley couldn't get a shot off. Bolio couldn't get a shot off. Unlucky turn of events there for Trinity, and here comes LaRiviere, and he gets his stick illegally hit out of his hands, and we will have another Concord power play.
Yeah, that'll be a slashing call for sure on the Pioneers, and well, they were able to kill off their first power play or penalty kill. Let's see if they can do it again, as now heading right below us into the box.
Brady Soroyce gets called for the slash. So he's one of their best penalty killers, Kyle, and that's something that you don't think of a lot on a penalty kill, is when one of your best killers is in the box.
Yeah, certainly is tough to have Brady in there, and the junior will
face off. Won by Trinity, but they can't get it out of the zone. Facilitated off the boards by Trevor Craig. Haas sending it back over. Holding that, Walsh. Connects with Rondiak. LaRiviere. Rondiak. Walsh. Rondiak. LaRiviere's got open space. Has a good pass and a great save by Joe Ronzello. The team below us definitely enjoys that, but they're not out of the woods yet. Rondiak over to Walsh. Walsh slides it. Rondiak. LaRiviere shoots. They actually passed that one. Apologies. And Trinity able to break it up. I was preemptive on that. Mayer will chop that off his stick over to Rondiak. And the Tide will look to get it going again. Trinity has killed a minute of the Brady Soroyce slashing penalty. Here's Lucas Rondiak from the top. Rondiak to LaRiviere, connects it right back to Rondiak. Holds and feeds it over to Walsh, who takes a wrist shot and shoots it too high off the glass. LaRiviere waits and cuts back, sends it back to Rondiak. Rondiak back to LaRiviere. Tries to feed it over to Nolan Walsh. He couldn't connect with him, and here's Anthony Ronzello, a shorthanded opportunity for him, and it's taken away by LaRiviere, and he will just come right over for a change. Chip, good work by Benkin. Sent out by Centurino. 30 seconds left on the penalty. A good kill so far from Trinity, but right after they had that early kill, Kyle, they gave up a goal right after, so they hope they don't do that again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now, is only 10 seconds remaining on this 5-on-4 for Concord, but they still got to protect after if they were to kill this whole power play.
Rowan Arndt collides with Benkin, and back to even strength. They get their Bryson LaBelle's it comes off as Royce heads to the bench out of the box. 5-on-5, but still offensive pressure coming from the Tide. Now was Cameron Roy in the area of the puck. Sent out, Santorino has it, and he can't clear it. The Tide keep it in, down low for Roy. Back out for Chandonnet. Saved by Ronzello, and he couldn't cover. Benkin. That goes off of the stick of Santorino, and no icing. So they get some fresh legs. The Tide moving up again. Under 5 to go here in period 2. Rowan Arndt dumps it behind the net, and it's picked up there by Colt Leroux. And it finds into the neutral zone for Braden Beauregard.
That Trinity has not had an offensive chance in some time here.
Yeah, I don't think they've really had any in this period. That's Maher, send it out. Concord with the puck again. Here's Beauregard. Back toward the neutral zone, chipped out. Racing to try to get for the puck was Mason Wasienko. Good effort by him. Concord looking to get another one here. It's Austin Prue. Prue spins around. He lost the puck. It's dumped out there by Jack Gafforer. So Royce still onside. Finn Gafforer. So Royce from behind the net. Can't move it out. It's back toward the Concord blue line. Fennelly, saved by Ronzello. Brady moved it over, and now Callum O'Connor will send it off the boards. And no icing called.
Concord had a chance to touch it, Zach, and that's why the referees said no. But now here they go with the
Good
Crimson
feed.
Tide.
Craig, shot, save Ronzello. Rebound controlled by Hurley, but kept onside by Finn Grifforer. Fennelly, save made by Ronzello. From behind the net. Chopped at by Hurley. Moves back out to Fennelly. Shot, covered. Good save there by Ronzello.
First whistle in some time, Zach. It has been a absolute domination so far from the Crimson Tide, but I got to give Trinity credit. They are taking this fight as best as they can, and to now just only be down 2 goals, still plenty of time to get something going on here.
Deflected out. Where is it? And it is sent out there by Bolio, who has been their X factor today. Kyle, without Max Bolio, Trinity would be in a much bigger hole.
Yeah, certainly it's great to have him out there, but that first line can only do so much, Zach.
It's true, very true. Find some secondary offense, or find any offense, really, because their only goal came on that power play. And they just happened to have an odd man rush.
And I got to give Jack DeFreitas credit. He's been doing a great job on this defense.
That's what he does. Hurley has a step ahead of the defense, takes a shot just above the net. Bolio keeps it in. Oh, man, it was tipped out by Ben Siskevich. And now the Tide will move it up again. Forecheck coming from Concord. Jack DeFreitas broke that up again. Kyle, you spoke highly of him, and he plays highly like always. Bad turnover. Concord with a shot that is blocked there by Andrew Lewis. Neutral zone possession here for Concord. Cam Chandonnet moves that over to Braden Beauregard, and he throws it out of play. Under 2 minutes, a minute 53 left in the second period. The Tide lead the Pioneers 3-1.
Thankfully, a couple over there are okay, as that puck came kind of close to them, but when they face off now in the neutral zone, see if we can get a face-off win here from Max Saludo.
Off the draw.
Battle of 15s, well, at least a 15 won it.
Moved up ice now to Tyler Morin, now jumping there. Walsh behind the net. I wonder if he's related to Duncan Walsh. He must be.
My assumption is there for sure.
I mean,
there's a lot of Walshes. Oh, that's
a big hit. That is right. But Duncan Walsh has been with Concord for 35 years, which is almost, I didn't even believe it at first when I saw that. Walsh is a semi-common name. Behind the net, turning there is Ronzello. Concord getting it going again, but thrown away off the blocker of Mayer, who nonchalantly turned that aside.
And unfortunately, it's an offsides on Trinity, as not everyone got beyond the blue line. So with 63 seconds to go, we'll have a face-off right below us. Really get a in-game action here, Zach, to have them right. Never felt so close in a game in my career here on Manchester Public Television.
Is this the first game you've done from over here?
Yeah,
Wow.
Usually there's no one up there.
I don't mind this spot. I mean, it's always up to you, but here's Rowan Arndt off of an attempted defensive play there by Trinity, but he kept his own. Under a minute to go here, 3-1 lead here in the second period for Concord. Can they get a late one and take some momentum? That's what they need. Ben Siskevich dumped that in. Cam Chandonnet. Good feed. Moves this to Haas. Can he get another save? Oh, he had a second chance. Ronzello's out of the net here, Kyle. He's got to get back, and he does.
Yeah, he kind of was sliding out of the way, and boy, Haas is going to want to forget about that.
Max Bolio shoots it just wide. Beauregard will take it out. And now, odd man rush coming, and Arndt got it broken up. Man, Trinity's doing much better defense since that third goal was scored here, but it's all Concord offense. That goes off the stick of Haas, and now he will race Brady Sorois for the puck. He also has Jack Gaforer in the area, but the second period will conclude. One more goal scored by the Tide. They lead 3-1 after the first two periods of action here on Manchester Public Television. We'll be back for the third. Zach Johnston, Kyle Levy, stick around for the third. We'll be right back. Ready to go for period number 3 here on Manchester Public Television. Zach Johnston, Kyle Levy, Concord versus Trinity. The Tide lead the Pioneers 3-1, heading into our third and final frame of regulation. Kyle, these Trinity boys have no quit in them.
No, they certainly do not. They've weathered the storm, and now we'll see if they can be on the other side of the storm or if they're just sitting in the eye right now for this intermission. But down 3-1, it could be a lot worse. Joe Ronzello doing a great job in net, but the offense has got to get things going here for this final 15 minutes, and we'll see what they can do. Obviously, I think that some of the players are doing an extremely good job here. We talked about DeFreitas doing a great job on defense, but again, it's offense has got to translate to defense has got to translate to offense in some ways as well.
We got to get that guy in the center ice here. They got to get Connor Hurley going, as I don't think he's taken a lot of shots on net, but him and his mighty wrist shot, him and Brady Sorois, get them going. Or just offense, period. You know, last time I in the Bedford game, I called out Brady and he scored. That's what I was really trying to do this time, but it doesn't work every time. They just need offense, period. Well, here we go. The Tide will hold the puck behind their net and try to go 200 feet, get something on net here. It's turned over, and now Trinity with an early chance. Here's Max Bolio. Fed over, and Hurley had a chance, a second chance. Oh, he just missed it. Hurley. Sorois drives, tips, and wide. Over to keep it in is Callum O'Connor. Out of reach of Max Bolio, but Kyle, early offense here for Trinity. They got to keep it going here.
Yeah, not what they have been doing for the first two periods, but so glad to see that they're changing things up, and now Concord with an early change and trying to get them sleeping, but unable to get the clear passes, and now Concord will send it on net as well.
Moved on over. Covered by Ronzello.
You know, he had a teammate right there he could have given it up to, but again, we talked about it earlier in this contest. Sometimes it's just easier to trust yourself, trust that, the puck isn't going anywhere, and, somehow Caleb O'Connor has got to be able to say, hey, I'm right here for you.
Off the draw. Trinity wins it, but it's kept inside their zone. Tumbling muffin onto the stick of Dylan Benkin, and he couldn't connect with Santorino. Change of direction. Now Concord sending it up their way. It's Lucas Rondiak. Good feed over, and it's in. Last touch by Walsh. That's his second, and not how Trinity wanted this to start.
Yeah, that was a tough turn of events there, as it just hit off of the skate and end up on the hands of the Crimson Tide, and they were able to put it in the net now with a 3-goal lead early in this third period. But, if Trinity was able to score earlier when they had the puck in the offensive zone, it could have been different, but now a 3-goal deficit is certainly a daunting task.
We'll have to get a goal in the next 3 minutes. I mean, if Trinity can get something. before we hit the 10-minute mark. Then they can try to change how it's been for them. But, man, that's a tough one to give up because, you know, you're showing more offense than you have all game early in the period, and then you give that up. Ronzello turned that one away as he had Tyler Morin right in his face. Morin has a chance to do it again. Sent back out to Finn Giffurer. Benkin up the wing. Icing is not called and is played by Lucas Mayer. Giving up just one goal, a power play goal early in the first, or not early in the first period, but in the first period to Max Bolio. 4-1 Concord lead.
Look at
Rowan
this.
Arndt alongside Prue. Save there by Ronzello. Prue is checked hard there by Pat Maher. Knocked away there by Concord, and they'll have a chance to do it again. Haas tried to get it dumped down, was Pat Maher. Now the puck shot into our near side corner inside the Trinity zone. Here's Haas. Good deke around Colton LaRoe, but he couldn't get the shot on net. But Haas has been great tonight, Kyle. Haas trying to squeak that one in, and rightfully trapping that, freezing it, was Joe Ronzello.
Yeah, great chance for a line change here, and now we got some very frustrated Pioneers slamming their sticks on the ice, and thankfully Luke Boucher isn't breaking his stick or anything like that, but you can just see that they just are trying their best, and it's just this Concord team is resilient.
They're very good, Kyle.
I mean, you saw them versus Bishop Girton, and they got their hands taken to, you know, they got pretty beat up in that first 15 minutes. And
here's a chance, Kyle, and it's Bolio. It's a delayed penalty and a save made there by Mayer. They got to get something going. Joe was not responsive to that delayed penalty, but power play coming.
And Bolio's feeling that. That was definitely a high stick right there on the Crimson Tide.
Definitely a penalty. They'll call that on Parker Lamb. He'll head to the box. Coming up next here on Manchester Public Television, girls hockey. Rich and Kyle will take you for Salem versus Manchester here at the JFK.
Yeah, we've only done a single game for the girls, and they got the victory. So we'll see if they can do it again at the 6:10 mark.
That's dumped down. And it's moved to Hurley. Hurley with a good move up along the wing, and a hit there, but the puck's inside their zone. They got to keep it in. And it is very smartly cleared by Concord. And Ronzello has Sorois. Sorois tries to go to Centurino. It's Rowan Arndt there to break that up. Too much time inside the defensive zone of the power play. And it's taken from him. Jack Grafforer drops this back to the Riviere. Grafforer, and turned away there by Sorois. They got to get something going there. They're on the power play. They got a minute 15 left. Rowan Arndt and Coach Cannell not happy. We can hear him right under us. Ronzello had to turn that away. Here is Benkin, tied up with Centurino. Bolio, wrist shot, beautiful glove save by Lucas Mayer. Snatches that from the sky. Remains 4-1. 54 seconds left on the penalty on Parker Lamb. Trinity, get going here offensively. I mean, that's been the tale of the tape today, and very much so has to be changed here on this power play. Off the draw, kept onside by Jack DeFreitas, who has been a defensive guru. And that goes down 200 feet. Ronzello feeds this over to DeFreitas, and he gets rudely hit by Trevor Craig. Shot and a solid save there by Ronzello, but Trinity has not been able to get going offensively. I think that's like the third time I've said that, but even more so on this penalty, on this power play.
And hopefully he's all right. I'm seeing Connor Hurley without his helmet on in front of us, Zach. So hopefully he's just getting some air.
Michael Berry couldn't get stick on puck there. Colton LaRoe can't connect there with Saludo. That goes off of LaRoe as he was trying to change. Now he can't. 17 seconds left, and the puck has been in Trinity's defensive zone more than their offensive zone on this power play. One more rush here on the man advantage. Puck sent up by Callum O'Connor. Rattles around the boards. And man, Colton LaRoe couldn't get anything there. Back to full strength. Here's Bolio. Pass too far out for Anthony Ronzello. Concord able to chip it out. O'Connor able to keep it in. Puck right in front of us here. Colton LaRoe checked there. Under 10 minutes to go here in this period. Trinity gets a change. Wrist shot, save. Puck loose. Still out.
Into the corner it goes. So see what they can do to try to
Good
get things
check
going.
there by Max Bolio.
8:47 to go.
Here's a chance, a shot, and a save made there by Mayer. Turned out, Soroy's for the chance. Turned away here. Check, check. Puck kept in the Concord zone. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We're back in action here. Chance now, shot, save there. Rondiak couldn't get that by Ronzello, and we will have a frozen puck.
7:43 to go, and there's still plenty of time for Trinity to try to get something going here. But being down 3 starts with 1, and we've seen them come back from being down 3 goals, Zach. So anything's possible, but it's still running out of time.
That's tipped out. Ronzello has to go out of the net to turn that away. Rowan Arndt from the corner. Sent away there by Max Saludo. Fed over. And that hit off of the ref. Here's Haas. Tried to get his way around Jack DeFreitas, but like always, he locks down on defense. And Jack DeFreitas is on defense, but if he was on forward, he would be very similar to Patrice Bergeron. As I thought he was a forward. I was going to say, he'd win a lot of Selke Awards if he was in the NHL.
Certainly would, and
here come the Tide. A chance for Austin Prue with Haas behind him. He feeds to Haas. Haas has it broken up. Ronzello's out, and oh my goodness, what a save! Extending his left pad to keep the puck out. That one's tipped and knocked down and slides away from them. But Joe Ronzello, even in a 4-1 game, putting it all on the line.
Yeah, you can almost give that the save of the game, Zach, because that was just unbelievable that he was able to get there in time and to not allow any more tied goals as of now.
Finn Gerforer, shot turned away by Ronzello. Yeah, that's save of the game, no doubt. I mean, statistically, you'd think 4 goals would be bad for a goalie, but, you know, when your offense can't get anything going, you know, the last person I think this team would, not to say blame, but put that loss on, the last person is Ronzello in that. I mean, you could say maybe 1 goal was bad, was the 5-hole, and he had 6'8" Michael Berry in his way. So you'd think consistency is really big for Joe Ronzello. You'll give props to him tonight. Battle here for the Tide. Taken out, dumped away by Callum O'Connor. Shoveled in there by Sean Mulkeron. Trinity with 5.5 minutes left to try try to erase a 3-goal deficit.
And for this Concord squad, Zach, I mean, the lowest scoring game that they've had this year is 3 goals. So to know that they have 4 already, which has roughly been their norm, they've had at least, this will be their 9th game that they've had 4 goals. They've also had a 9-3 win versus Exeter, and it just seems like 4 is the magic number for Concord this year. And for Trinity right now, it's kind of a tough spot where, again, they were held scoreless last week, and even in their loss to Londonderry, they only put up 1 goal. So certainly would like to see them get some more goals here, as it's been a rough 2 weeks here for this Pioneers.
And they've got Keene and Wyndham next, so Keene's a good club. I don't know about Wyndham, but Keene will definitely be tough for them. This is to have Concord and Keene back-to-back on their schedule is a tough one to swallow there.
They're doing their best, you know.
They sure are, and, you know, if they do lose this game, they'll drop to a 4-4, but they definitely are better than their record. Pass moved up to Cam Roy. Roy sends it down to LaRiviere, who has scored already in this game. A pass out, a wrister, turned away by Ronzello and off of the net. 4:34 left in the third. It is 4-1 Concord.
Yeah, it's Concord is just trying to put a little bit more into the net. Trinity is pestering the Storm, but you know they obviously want to get the puck 180 feet the other way as well.
LaRiviere keeps it in. LaRiviere down toward Ronzello, wraparound, and denied by Joe with that left pad on that left trapper side post for him. One of his strong suits. Oh, slipping there and eating up that ice monster. That was Tyler Fennelly, and, you know, kind of get used to it here. Here's Bolio, the puck is in! Dylan Bankin buries it, and it's 4-2.
Don't give up just yet, Pioneers. Let's see what they can do with just a 2-goal deficit again, but just able to be sitting right there on the doorstep, able to put that puck in the net. And now for the Pioneers, 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go, down 2. Let's see what type of heart they have in this season.
Well, they build off each other, and they definitely have some good heart, but they build off each other. They were celebrating that Dylan Bankin goal like it cut their deficit to less than 2. So 4-2 game, 4 minutes left. You never count out the Trinity Pioneers. But Concord, you know, like we said before, they score, so they can easily nip that in the bud and just put one in here. Bankin sends it down, and we'll have icing. That's not how they want to get that there, but Bankin buries a second chance rebound, and Max Bolio with the assist there. So he's been everywhere offensively.
Yeah, he certainly is really the key to that offense for this team. As much as there's a lot of quality players, it just seems like Bolio is in the right spot a lot.
Chipped away, wrist shot, they score! Just like that. Kind of how I just said. They'll nip that right in the bud, and it'll be 5-2.
And they'll be able to look at this film with the Pioneers and see that face-offs really are integral to allowing your team to get something going here, and losing that face-off and just giving up that goal right after you had just cut it to 2, and now 5 goals for the Pioneers.
The 5'6" freshman Lucas Rondiak. They have him on that second line with Morin and the other freshman Nolan Walsh, but they play very well, and Trinity will take a timeout.
Yeah, 3:44 to go. You got to be able to just say this is one of the best teams in the Division I, and you're holding them pretty well, but you just can't give up these silly plays. You can't just be doing these things. And Coach Cannell, you can see him right there, is just discussing things really handily. The whole entire team right there in the circle, making sure that they are hearing exactly what Coach has to say. And, you know, we'll see if the team can listen for the last 3:44. A goal a minute, Zach, would be nice.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy, especially against Concord, but you never know. But they had to not give up a goal for the rest of that game, obviously, to try to get back in it. But that one was a tough pill to swallow, as Lucas Rondiak able to bury one by Ronzello.
I mean, you got to give him credit, Zach. That was a nasty wrist shot to just go over the glove side, and now we'll see as the goalies start to head back to their spot. Again, plenty of time.
I mean, what we heard down there is no matter the score, these guys still passionate, loud on the bench. They have no quit in them. If, they may not come back and win this game, but the fact they have no quit in them, Kyle, that's what winning teams do. Yep. No quit. That's what Coach Cannell we just heard it right there. I don't think you can hear me. As a coach, you tend to tune out excess noise, but proves my point right. This team does not quit. Hurley chopping that away from Tyler Morin. Rondiak shot it down low and redirects away as the Salem girls have arrived.
Yeah, I know the Manchester girls were sitting on the opposite end watching this game as they were here early as well to make sure to get the feel of the ice and see what's going on with the Pioneers.
They can't cleanly clear it, but Rondiak will take it now for Concord, and he'll move it up to Walsh. Walsh has a step around, and he couldn't get that one. Lucky break there for Trinity. He was close there. With the puck is Finn Grafforer. Change of direction here for him. He'll move it up to Walsh. Gets it down, kicked out by Lewis. Moved up here by Prue, and his shot goes just above the net. Austin Prue has had himself some chances here, Kyle.
Yeah, certainly, and now it was delayed offside, and Concord was able to get back.
Oh, he hit the ref right in the leg. Ow. As a baseball home plate umpire, I have taken foul balls. That's got to be similar to off the body. That's got to be similar to how refs feel when you least expect it. One just gets you right in the shin. Good moves here by Jaden Haas, who will most likely be one of our 3 stars of the game for Concord. He's had himself a great night.
Yeah, final 2 minutes here, Zach, and Trinity has got to get the puck on the opposite end of the ice. And now here's a chance.
Chipped out. Moving is, I believe that's Ronzello. Centurino going for it. Finn Grafforer there for the Tide. That hits the ice. And here come the Tide one more time. Haas looking for a second. Turned it away, and Andrew Lewis with a back pass moves it to Centurino, or backhand pass rather. Here's Ronzello. Ronzello right to the glove of Lucas Mayer.
And now we had a little bit of a tussle here on the other side of the rink here, as now finally getting his stick is Jaden Haas. So both of them will be heading to the penalty box. So for these last 90 seconds, we will have matching minors here. So
they are gonna,
Jaden Haas is in the box, and we're waiting for who the other guy is trying to figure out. It looks like
it's gonna be Andrew Lewis. He thought he could sneak away and
he was trying here,
hide in the bench, but it doesn't happen. We saw that in the girls' game last week. Those girls were trying to hide on the bench, not serve a penalty, but. I think
got to serve your time every now and then if you're gonna.
5-on-5, but they'll put them up on the board. So yeah, equal minors. Here's a shot from Bolio, a save there by Mayer. Under a minute 20 now. The puck will go out. Bolio has it. Bolio up to Hurley. To the neutral zone. Back to Hurley. Turnover. They're offside there, and oh my goodness gracious. That is
yeah, Connor
Hurley.
Yeah, he's looking at his hand, just that didn't feel nice, as you don't expect to get taken down.
Gosh.
It's tough. That ice is not soft by any means. So face-off will come out of the zone.
Ice is frozen water, and frozen things aren't soft. So. And if they were, then nobody could skate on them. We're under a minute here, and Trinity, despite the fact they probably won't come away with this one, they haven't quit, and they have shown fight all the way through. Maybe get one to polish it. Shot saved there by Ronzello. Second chance, he'll cover it. 40 seconds left.
Well, I mean, again, it's been a pleasure to see this Trinity squad. It's been a few weeks since we have seen them, and I know that they have really got some work still to do on the season, but overall you can see that there is a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and now it's just a matter of trying to get the things all squared away. But again, a great fight here versus the Crimson Tide.
And this is a very good Concord high school hockey team. They win a lot of state championships, and they go very far a lot. They have very, very good talent, and they are a top contender in Division I. So for Trinity, you would obviously not take this game lightly, but you're more focused on your process, not your outcome in this game, how you work play to play. And, with the way Concord runs, it's hard to get offense against them. They may have a chance to get a late one. That one shot wide of Meyer in net. And that'll do it. The game concludes a 5-2 final as the Pioneers drop to one of the best teams in Division I. The Tide come to the JFK and to take down Trinity 5-2 here. But a fight till the end for the Pioneers.
Yeah, really, I'm happy that they were able to put 2 goals up on the board. Again, they had only had 1 goal between the last 2 games before this. And yes, obviously you needed 5 or 6 against this Concord team. It didn't happen, but we'll see what they can do next week versus Keene and going forward, because we still have a lot of games to go in this season here, Zach.
And this was their first tough task, them and Hanover, and I bet they played Hanover well. They have no quit in them, and this team had a very good test today. They couldn't take down the Tide, but they were able to battle all the way through. 3 stars of the game, they'll go to 3 members of the Tide. I think we can give that 3rd star to Chadler Riviere all over the ice today.
He was insane. He was just able to get that goal and do his thing. He definitely is rightfully deserving that 3rd spot.
And we'll give 2nd star to Jaden Haas, who was just one of their best players on offense today, and he able to get a goal. And then our 1st star will go to Nolan Walsh. 2 Genos on the game here for the freshman for him. But for Manchester Public Television, for me, Zach Johnston, and Kyle Heavey, it's been a pleasure to bring you coverage of NHIA Division I boys hockey, unless you've got anything else to say, Kyle.
No, we're going to just cut it there and take a break and be back in a half hour for the girls' game.
So stick around here on MPTV as the Manchester girls take on the Salem girls hockey. Thank you for tuning in to this installment of Manchester Public Television Channel 16 coverage of high school hockey. From Kyle Levy and Zach Johnston, thank you for tuning in. Trinity falls to the Tide 5-2. We'll see you again shortly on Manchester Public Television. We'll see you later. Thank you for tuning in.